I'm gonna go ahead and pull a few cards, a few money cards, and see what's happening for the collective. I haven't went like live. Oh, a minute. All right, let's see what's happening in the collective's money. Collective's being secretive about it, that's for sure, or nobody knows like what you're doing. Yeah. There's a change for the better coming your way and you're embracing it, it looks like. So just because you maybe don't see the change or the movement that you have been manifesting, it doesn't mean that it's not happening. It says sometimes to see the change, you must be the change. So maybe you're stepping into or you know, like finishing off, completing. I feel like polishing is the energy that I'm getting. You're polishing this change energy. And it says, let's change. So there may be other individuals that you're influencing, that you're helping. And by way of this, there comes this windfall. Interesting. Okay. What else with this change for the better with money? Oh, it has something to do with your life purpose. Ooh, you know, collective. I couldn't have asked for a better few, you know, chords. I'm just saying, I've never seen these come out before, but this is also a new deck, so there's that part. But it's this life purpose, and it's like there's this target energy. It says, you will have new ideas and inspirations that will guide you to your divine calling. What is meant for you will not leave you as long as you continue to push forward. Ask for what you need and things will align for you to carry out your vision. Ooh, I feel like you just get to sit and like create and develop, and you know, you're in this cocoon energy is what I'm feeling right now. Like you're in this cocoon energy that's been created for you to create is what I'm hearing, what I'm understanding. Then there's this Gaia card, which, you know, that has to be beautiful, right? Trust that the universe has a better plan than you do. Protecting the planet, herbal, or working with nature in some way. Spend time with nature to be healed, soothed, and regroup. Ooh, okay, so that may be significant for this retrograde that we're in right now. And so the thing is, like, the collective has them all in check. The reason why I didn't come out with this reading is because every time I get ready to like do something live, I start to notice the other readings that will pop up off of this, you know, off of the title. So, but in the reality, it's like, okay, right now it's because you've constantly been in this life change, purpose, Gaia energy. Like you just are change and life purpose and Gaia energy. That is just you. And I'm hoping that people are starting to understand that and recognize it and kind of come to terms with it, maybe even for some people. But that's just, you know, it is what it is. You know, you are the designer. You know, you're not just sitting back, you know. You are the manifester. All I did was split the deck so far. Let's see if we can get another few. You know, just even if they're precautionaries for as you step into this life purpose change, Gaia, money energy, where the universe, but I get this life purpose ideas, like that is so stinking abundant here. You have, like, that's the only thing after that is Gaia. That's the only thing after that, because if you've done the change, what I'm seeing here, the change that becomes a revolution is what I keep hearing, a revolution. Spirit said I didn't get that other deck. Sorry, my decks are on nothing here. But yeah, you've been the change that's the revolution. You know, you've been balancing that chaos and creating stability. Or waiting. Yeah, I don't know. Let me do the You're definitely in this blissful energy. That is so funny. 444 on the clock. Okay, so let's get a few more cards if we can, please. Regarding this change, where there's a change for the better that's coming. the collective's way regarding their life purpose and all these new ideas and inspirations they have been having, that they are having, that are coming to them as well. And if you feel like me personally, I know my gifts have been heightened. The gifts are at like 3 billions right now, because 300 billion is what I just heard. Oh, designer card came out. So you are definitely creating. You are definitely in creative mode, okay? You're being called to tune into your individuality and express yourself. A career in fashion. I knew it was something to do with fashion. Okay, career in fashion or art or any artistic endeavor could be just for you. Get creative with your finances. Perhaps it is time to discover a new talent. So here's the other thing too. I also had music come out a lot in the pre-shuffle, and I've started the astrological sign readings, which are uploading and being edited and whatnot. But listen, that's also coming up. Just with respect to the collective energy as a whole. Is this creative energy, using your artistic abilities, is really taking things to a new level, beyond what you first imagined. I don't even know what you saw there, but there's no one in the room now, so I could totally delete this, but I wouldn't, because it's been some good energy, and I definitely want the collective to know about this. I want them to know what's the hats. All right. So I feel like yeah, that was definitely a download too. Like, everybody's kind of like, well, what's happening? What's happening? You've kind of tapped into this divine timing knowledge of, how divine timing works. To a certain extent, I feel like you and your person work together in divine timing, and you also kind of get and know and understand that energy from your person, right? All right. And you're in this easy does it, money manager energy, awaiting this windfall right now is what's happening. Maybe you've been kind of focusing on maybe even doing some retail therapy. Yeah. I feel like that's your way of tapping into the underworld. Is kind of a part of it, is maybe indulging in those materialistic things that other people may perhaps place a higher value on, that you don't necessarily identify with 100%. This transporter card is coming out. I'm not taking it just because you guys couldn't see that it came out, so I'm hoping that card will come out again if it needs to. In front of the camera, please. I see growth here. So what else could there be with change, life purpose, Gaia, and designer? Like, what kind of of course there is growth. There's nothing but growth. Nothing but growth. Ooh. One more place for our lovely designer of life purpose, changing. Anything else? Investment. Nice. Ooh, and student. That came out on the... Okay, I'm put student back because it came out with so many other things like take action, teacher, unlocking. It's like you may feel like you're in the student energy, but like even while you're in the student energy, what I get is that you should still be taking action, because it came out right behind it, because you actually are a teacher. It's a negative projection of you to fully feel like you're in this student energy, because you really have been unlocking a lot of things that other people couldn't unlock. And there's a science to what you have learned or mastered at this point that makes you above it. I mean, hey, look, there are all these setbacks that people try to put against you is what I'm understanding. And by way of averting those and continuing to manifest, that manifestation card wants to be out, so I'll put it down here. Parenthood came out on the pre-shuffle as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and take it, especially since that denial no card was on the bottom. We're not in any denial. We're gonna look at every aspect of whatever is sent to us for the betterment of oneself, right? All right, so manifesting, you have all the tools you need to increase your income. So you are on it. This sounds like, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Put your back into it. You could do it. Lace up them chucks one good time. I'm laughing because I put out a post and nobody liked it, and I feel like people feel like I'm like, I don't know, like being like, I don't know, boastful or something, but it's like I haven't had a pair of Chucks in a while because I haven't had the lifestyle that afforded for me to be able to wear Chucks. You know, the business that I was in, I had to dress up a lot and be, you know, in a different attire. So to be able to have a lifestyle where I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I can buy Chucks. I haven't been able to do that since I was younger. So I really, you know, thrive in that environment. But the song that I posted by Ice Cube, it was about my tennis shoes. And I feel like people feel like it's me, you know, feeling superior. And I really don't care because, you know, what they feel is, thank you for the projection. It just lets me know, you know, some things about some things. That's really what it is, right? It's always just confirmation and, you know, a communication from the universe by way of other people, even sometimes, that what you're manifesting is actually coming to play. You know, you have all that you need to increase your income. And then it's saying healing your inner child will help make money. But I get the energy that you've already done that. Maybe it's tapping into a few of those to get some, to move, like to catalyst the creative designer energy, because I get this parenthood, like this healing your inner child will help you make money. Caregiver, teacher, pediatrician, or any caregiver center in children. Don't forget to nurture yourself while you work towards your goals. Yes, especially your inner child. It's 11:44 on the clock. It's incredibly important that you nurture your inner child as you, yes, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's incredibly important for the simple fact that it helps you to overcome your goals, you know, to get your goals, like you know, those challenges that are set in front of you. Those obstacles are automatically overcome, and you get back on your feet. You gain your strength in difficult situations when you tap into that childhood energy. And I feel like if you're part of my collective, I've always said that. I've always mentioned that. So don't be surprised when it comes up, because we are just essentially repeating cycles. Like I said at the beginning of this, what is that what I said at the beginning of this? Polishing? That's what I get. I get there's this a polishing energy happening right now with the collective. It's you know, you've been refined, you've been cleaned, you've been refined, you've been this, you've been that, you know, you've been tested, you've been initiated, you've been all this other stuff. Now it's like a full-on polishing, you know, just full-on. We just gonna polish, we just gonna shine, and you know, you just gonna look, you're ready for the investment of all these things, of your life purpose, of this big change that incorporates Gaia and your ability to be a designer and all the investments that you want to make. Finances are looking good. Look, investment says finances are looking good. This is a great time to invest. Set a strong foundation and you will see the fruits of your labor. So I feel like you're on the track to everything that you've been working towards thus far. Hey, when you set that trajectory, you set it, and you're not letting anything stop you. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of the collective. It's like the trajectory is the trajectory. Yeah, there's these swindlers out here that are maybe getting some acknowledgement today. Ooh, they're getting some messages from some attorneys probably, or some kind of court officials or something. I'm not making this up. Those are the cards that came out. There's some swindlers, some type of master of deception, hypocrisy, disguise, conspiracy, you know, some type of, you know, negative energy that's been out there swindling people in real life. You know, that's why their karma is their karma. They want to try to make it seem like, oh, well, it's because the collective is doing good. No, it's not because the collective is doing good. It's because you continue to focus on the collective. It's doing good that makes you feel that way. It's reality catching up with you. It's what you've done coming into your life today. And so they're facing these legal issues and stuff like that. Immigration maybe for some people as well. Oh, wow. Maybe there are some false marriages is what I'm hearing. Like any type of like false marriages, these fake marriages for people to gain citizenship, maybe are falling apart as well. That's what I'm hearing. Not only, but as well. Maybe there's just some marriages as well coming apart, not due to immigration, but due to things that are happening in other states, not where the couple lives. So there's maybe a double life or other adventures, business ventures, whatever. Those things are playing out in these individuals' lives today. Just like these things are playing out in your life today. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Now, the swindler and legal issues. Hey. I don't really want to know what they're in their head. I said, I don't really want to know what they're, up to. But Spirit's like, no, we're going to go ahead and let the collective know. They're in their head. They are in their head. They're overthinking. They're stressed. They're overanalyzing things right now. I mean, wouldn't you though? And so if you're feeling any of these negative projections and energies, I also get the energy someone was trying to creep into other people's dreams. So here's the thing. There are divine unions in place. So when someone comes into a divine masculine or a divine feminine's dream, attempting to do some type of love spell, it won't work because they've imprinted on one another. So they know how the other person appears in every form is what I'm hearing. What I'm being guided to say, they know each other in every form at this point. So there's no way to mask yourself and get over on this union. That is how it is built and divinely, intricately designed is what intricately designed. Okay, that's how it's intricately designed. You can't pull a fast one here. Woo-ha! You got them all in check. Yeah. And it's like there's this energy of some people will constantly fight it. That's just their nature. They use this to trauma bond with other people, though. Look at where the cards fell, okay? Look at where the cards fell. That's because this person ain't shit. I don't know any other way to put it. I do not. And it looks like you, collective, being a civil servant, this is a part of what's got them in their head. It's because you actually are a civil servant, or you have civil servants around you or in your corner or whatever have you. There's this guardian of public good, but I believe that it's you and the people around you at this point, the people guarding you. And that's why you are sitting in this unbothered. There's this general understanding and acknowledgement at this point, or at least it should be, that by design, this change, this investment that has been manifested for whomever the collective is to overcome all these obstacles and put them in this unbothered energy is from the divine as well. So I don't know why people continue to go against that, but like, it's just, whoops, man, look at the card that was falling on the floor. That's what I just stopped and did. It says an active spirit. Yo, these are literally messages to people too. It's not like these individuals have not received the messages previously. But maybe every time they get maybe a little piece of clarity, a little bit more, that helps anchor in their understanding of like, oh wait, what I've created is all mine. No matter what I send to these other people, person, whatever, it is still going to come to me because I am responsible for this by way of the things that I have done against other people. Not even just this person, because this person has a vendetta with you because they couldn't get over on all the things. Like all the swindling that they did with other people, they couldn't do that. They couldn't pretend with you. And instead, you willingly were just like, oh, okay, I see that you're not shit, but I'll just go ahead and help you, in the resolute that you're actually going to try to do something good. You're going to try to, be in this energy, But which I'm looking at like judges on this card. It's right there. But They don't, you know. And you knew that too. You kind of knew, but you were like, okay, I'm going to give this person the benefit of the doubt because I don't think that's something that you truly have. Oh, yeah. I don't believe that that's something that the collective truly always gives people. There's this scarcity tactic that the collective was involved in creating, and that put the collective in a, yes, thank you. That had put the collective in this, negative energy. So if you're feminine, you may have been in an emperor in reverse, you know, a distorted masculine energy for a long time. But as soon as you removed yourself from this person, it was over. You know, that was no longer a part of your life. You know, you no longer played a part, or, you know, were not played a part, were succumbing to any scarcity tactics that were sent to further thwart you. You know what I mean? It was just kind of like, oh no, you know, you pretty much called judgment on everybody that was around trying to pull off anything into your energy. Yeah, you sought clarity. You sought clarity. Goodness gracious, clarity. Okay, you sought clarity in your life. You didn't like being in this energy, and that's where these other people are. That's where they remember you being, and that's why they keep trying to pull you there, is because they're still there, and they're like, well, no, if we're still here, this person has to be there. They can't be beyond us. Like, they were always beyond you. You just kept, you know, kept like, I guess, attaching themselves to the parts of you that were distorted, or I just keep hearing stanky, like that were just, you know, hurt is what unhealed, to the parts of you that they were trauma bonding with you as much as they possibly could in every way, shape, or form. But because of the scarcity tactics that you've learned as well, that's also what has made you this guardian of the public good. You know, helps others. You know, puts this high level energy on you, because you know, you uphold that solitude, is what I keep hearing. You really do uphold that solitude energy, that I get anchored in, because it says anchorita. You're anchored into that. And there's nothing anybody can do. And I believe that that's what makes you invaluable, is what I am hearing. Invaluable. Invaluable. Because what you create, what you can do, no one else can do that. It's like there's no competition, not because, you know, you don't want to put together a fight and be in the fight with other people. It's like, oh yeah, one thing people don't, I think, understand fully about the collective, though, that they are starting to learn, is that the collective, though, doesn't fight like everybody else. The collective understands what it's like to be in this lost soul energy, so much so that when they fight like tooth and nail. Like, they fight you. I'm gonna just keep it 100, because I be trying to sugarcoat it. They fight, you know, to end. Not the fight. The person they are in the fight with. Whatever that means. However that transpires in the fight that they are in. It could be a fight for, you know, honor. It could be a fight for clarity. It could be a fight for justice. It could be a fight for, you know, whatever it is. As long as the collective is in the upright, when they fight, they are allowed to engage in that negative energy. Now, that's also the reason that the collective was allowed to engage in the negative energy, so much so that the lessons had to be slapped upon collective's face at some point, which is why it looked like to these individuals as though maybe their magic was working. It was literally just like, oh no, this person is being tested, because they said they want even more. At some point, this person, okay, so this is the thing. These people here, they did have a prior destiny or opportunity. So, because it's not like this person coming into your life, or whomever you're with right now, isn't the first soulmate or partner, you know, that you've ever met, right? Now, the reason these other people ended up in this pile, this swindler ain't shit pile, and they're in their head, whatever, by an act of spirit, you know, it's putting them into the solitude from you, is what I'm hearing. Whether it be friends, family, whatever. Lovers, you know, friends, whatever. But anyway, the reason why they're there is because they all did have an opportunity for destiny with you. Even if it was family members, there were opportunities for business endeavor. There were opportunities just to live a good life right there with you, you know, and it was there desire to take away your capability to provide the good life that ultimately enabled them to not be able to be present to receive it, to be, you know, reciprocal of all of that. Uh, you know, that's essentially where they've lied. Like a lot of people are starting to realize, like, oh, wait a minute, by me, because in some instances, some people have really treated you very horribly, and they've declined every opportunity they've had with spirit to really do correct with respect to your soul contracts. And as a result of not doing so, they put themselves in a position where they can no longer, they have no gifts, you know. Everybody has their own level of magic, but these people no longer have any. Like the ability to manifest and have those things come to life and fruition for you, those are the things that these people no longer have. A lot of people aren't even aware of their manifestation capabilities right now in life. People think that they're just working hard doing stuff sometimes too. So essentially, the ones who feel like, oh, well, I don't know what they're talking about, you will see like, oh, dang, I really was manifesting things. I really was putting things together for my family. And I'm only saying this because people's families really are about to suffer because they were a part of the swindling, you know, negative energy consortium is what I keep hearing. The consortium against the collective. The consortium against the collective. So the consortium against the collective is essentially getting them they're puzzled. Why? I don't understand why. Confused, perplexed, and conflicted. That's what's got, okay, so why are they confused? They know you were taking part in divination abuse. You knew that what you were doing wasn't positive. Was what you were doing positive or was it negative? Was it divine or was it demonic? You knew what you were doing. I know when I think about things, somebody's going bankrupt. I know when I think about things, I know the difference between them being positive, negative, or null. Just, you know, a homogenous energy of like, oh, okay, I'm going to go to this place, this establishment. I'm going to tip appropriately and get the services that I need. Those are blah, null and void instances. Now, where people make them something different is when there are people who overgive. So they want to be flashy and show offy, so they may overtip. There are people who may steal things from the establishment, you know, take a bottle of nail polish when they're leaving out the nail salon, you know, as they're finishing up their services or something like that. You know, go in and know they can't pay for their services in full and go, oh my gosh, I didn't know, you know, just whatever, you know, swindler energy. People know the difference. You know the difference between negative energy, even if it's on a small scale like that. So how do people not think at all that going against the goodwill of a good-natured person wasn't going to get them in trouble? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take those because oh, Spirit says, take these too. Okay, I'll take these as, okay, I'll take these as well. And then after that, I'm leaving it alone. Yeah. These people may be trying to become your friend now because they're maybe hooked on your energy, perhaps. And they're coming in with these fake smiles, even though they've been careless, you know. They now have this bad reputation that they're having to deal with. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because the community has realized that about this person. This community has looked at what the collective has said and investigated it themselves. Ooh, wow. Now that's why this person has a bad reputation now. Their car is in repo. They have car issues, accidents, whatever is happening is happening. People are realizing that this person is a drama starter. This is the person that's been out here fishing for comments, possibly under your social medias, saying things, you know, trying to look for your energy, essentially, because when your energy reaches theirs, they're able to use divination to receive money because of it, but you closed off all of your energy. You closed off your energy and those around you, and you stepped into your power. You're really being praised right now. You're coming up into the spotlight, you know. because you've learned how to do that. Now, here's the thing. This whole entire community is going to need to learn how to do that, because these people only are looking at this person right now as an obsessive lover, whether it be a family member or a friend or an ex-lover. They are still just looking at this person, these people, as someone who's obsessed with you and love you because they were close to you. They do not realize, a lot of these community a lot of these community members do not realize that these individuals have been around, listening to you, planning your career and your life and everything else. The strategy that you've set up, they've set up for themselves for success, right? Because they thought that these people were cool with them. These people, these obsessive lovers of you, because that's all they see them as. These people have been using divination against these community members, and these community members need to wake up. Otherwise, it's going to overcome them. It will be very rapid and it will be very quick. And that's all I'm going to say. The Spirit told me just to leave it there, because if they're not taking here, then that's really on them. Anyway, these people are sending out energy of being threatening, intimidating, threatened, or bothered. So essentially, what is occurring is they're getting these individuals to still try to come into your dreams and threaten you or attack you or bother you, intimidate you in all these different ways. They're a madman, possibly trying to, well, not possibly, they're definitely unruly, possessive. They may be working in some type of a job as in hospitality at this point, or maybe that's how they would try to come into your dreams, is by way of hospitality as a steward or a cleaner. I was also getting some heavy energy in another reading that I was working on, and it was talking about someone's housekeeper or cleaner. The energy may be used there, yeah, in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, to kind of forge, meld, shape, or temper the creativity. So just be careful of who you're giving this money to, because I keep getting, it's like it's your generosity that is now becoming the obstacle for you, which these individuals are using against you. So be cognizant of that. But this is somebody's looking, snooping, or something like that around you, on the things that you're working on, and they're trying to feed off of your energy in that way. Maybe you've been reflecting on that already. Maybe you already know that and have moved on from this. So kudos to you. Perhaps you already realize who this wolf in sheep's clothing is. They've been the person that maybe has been behind the scenes coaching other people. Yeah. Very much so. They see you in this blissful energy where you have like this capability to really create and evolve and glow and, be more than, ever could have imagined or desired by most, which is really taking you into this abundant energy. Ooh, wow. Okay. The sexuality is coming up too. So maybe stepping into this sexual energy is going to be, and I got that as a download. To be perfectly honest, that's what I was getting. Like, the sexual energy is the part that's really about to be this next offering that's going to lead to this next portion of healing. This is the way of letting go. That may have been what people were trying to get in the way of, but they didn't realize there's this eternal promise that's been made. And I get through whatever seasons, whatever reasons, whatever lifetimes and experiences, etc. It's something that is just embedded. It's your universal oneness. That's always how you end up. There's truth in your aura. That's just a part of you that no one can change, because that comes in, it's by way of your energetic light force. We are all light balls of energy, but it's just yours. And indefinitely, infinitely is what I keep hearing. Infinitely, right? Infinitely. This is just who you are. You've realized that you stepped into this great diviner energy. You understand, which is also where people are puzzled and kind of get this energy of where they're feeling like they're less than, as they should, though. I'm not even going to sit here and be like, no one's better than. Yes, 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 yes. Stop that. Stop that. because you'll put God before the ancestors, or you'll put the ancestors before God, or the archangels before, some deity in another country, or you know what I mean? Just come on, come on. Everybody has their own way of looking at it and establishing it, understanding it. But what you need to hold truth to and closest to is oneself, what feels right. And that's what people get so caught up on, is wanting to try to make and mold and shape what other people should be calling truth to them. It doesn't have to look like anybody else's, as long as it doesn't involve you trying to go against the free will of another person's focus, identity, lifestyle, decisions, choices, whatever have you. That's the thing that I think people get so twisted. People want to be like, oh yeah, but you're not divine if you this, that. No. If you're not divine, if you out here sleeping with people, because divine beings don't do that. They understand the full embodied nature of what it means to share your soul and spirit with another person at this point, and what you were taking on in that instance. You're taking on every trauma, everything. If this person isn't healed, you're taking on everything, every traumatic experience, every high, low that they've ever experienced their whole entire life through that sexual experience. We are no longer wanting to take on those things through our sexuality. We're no longer wanting to, we've cleansed ourselves of all these things. We don't do that. That's crazy business. I keep seeing this madman card back here. That's crazy business. That's not a part of the healing that we let. The healing was that part. That was also a part of the offering, because I'm seeing it here with the sexuality offering and healing. That's also a way to transform and let go. People don't get that. That cleanses and brings the truth to your aura by way of the great diviner. Is when you are able to let go of those physical natures. That's what. This is why everybody's in check right now. Thank you, Spirit. I didn't even know who was going to get that with this reading. This is why everybody's in check right now. Everybody's in check right now because you really did hold to these things. Like, people want to make you out to be, some this or some that. And you doing this and you doing that. You're doing none of it. You never have. You never have. You've done normal things. Then they get mad and want to be like, oh, you're just a normal. Okay, what is it? What is it you want me to be? Because I'm not going to be any of it, ever. I'm always just going to be me. That's how the collective works and lives and breathes and evolves and grows and trusts and knows and, all that. I'm just going to be me. That's all I work on. This is a new deck, too. So I'm just going to pull a few of these to close out the reading. Yeah, these people want to, create false illusions, and they're puzzled why none of this stuff works. But the reason why it doesn't work is because you're the king of specimens. You are the king of specimens. You are here to receive justice. You are the one with the DNA and the life force energy and all the rest of that brings everything to culmination. And they're jealous of that. They don't want you to have all this power. Of course, they're going to fight you having all this power and receiving justice. Of course they are. Of course they are. This Wheel of Fortune isn't supposed to be for you. Yes, it is. You manifested this. You've earned this. This is yours. You sat in the 9 of specimens long enough. And the Knight and the 9 of specimens is what I'm getting. Because it was on the 9 of specimens and then it flipped up to the Knight. You sat in this, okay, I'm going to be good and think. I'm going to be good and think. I'm going to be good and think. The Wheel of Fortune wants to be out with this. So I'm going to go ahead and take these 2 cards. I'm going to read the definition from the deck for these. Just because I think that would be nice. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Give me a second. Justice card. Someone is about to get theirs. Justice balances the scales. If someone has been naughty, justice is going to see that they pay a price worthy of their crimes. Have you been naughty? Have you been the naughty one? It may be time to own up. If someone has done something to you, be patient. Balance is coming. I think I said that. I think we knew that. I don't think we don't care. It's not that we don't care. We just know we are so settled in our divine right as divine beings that we don't, it's kind of like the communications will throw themselves in our face. I haven't even put that reading out, but this card is here because this card somehow ended up in my bedroom on my floor. The deck is nowhere near. You got to pass a lot of the doors before you get to my bedroom from where this whole table is, okay? So for that card to be all the way in the bedroom was just kind of like, whoa. And this is wild too. Look, the Wheel of Fortune and the Justice card are together here, and they're not even like, this card was fully shuffled through. So this is nice energy. Full force. All right, Wheel of Fortune. The tides are turning. If you've been down on your luck, facing tough times, things may be about to change in your favor. On the other hand, if you've been experiencing a winning streak, this may be a hint to set some of those winnings aside for a rainy day. But what I get is like, if you have been in that Wheel of Fortune energy, like if you've been sitting in that Wheel of Fortune and sitting in that Justice and building in those two energies, you are receiving everything. This is your full-on manifestation at this point for, like, you know, for life. That's just the energy that I get. Like, I can't, you know, I cannot deny it. I'm a straight reader. You don't want to mess with me. Sorry, got the screen all wiggling, you see? Because they can't do nothing to a G. Anyway. I don't know. Should we even take any more? We'll see. We'll see. It's the integrity of the collective. This is so nice. I love it when it comes together. These people are really overanalyzing and stressed the heck out right now about all this justice being received. Yeah, you've walked away from this situation. In order to resolve it, you've let go of whatever these people have done. You're able to discern the answers and guidance for yourself and others too. Maybe if you have oracle cards, maybe you've pulled those and looked at them a few times, or maybe as it's something that you're researching is what I'm hearing, because it says your life purpose involves your skills of oration, so speaking to other people. So maybe the things that you've been researching in acknowledgement of how to enable or ready yourself for speaking to others has helped. It looks like this divination is actually working in your favor. Now you're learning how to utilize divination for your vitality. I love this. This is the energy that I work in, the vitality of oneself. I get this energy of like medicine, and the fig, of course, is just a good fruit. Like it's a good solid fruit too. So, okay. And it's sweet too to taste. Anyway, books. You can connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. See, that's what I was getting already from the speaker. Even though it's a part, speaking is oration, I was still getting the energy of like the things that you're reading, like using things to read, or things that maybe you are creating for others to read, that there may be, if you have created them, there will be more that are going to be even more profound or impactful, is what I've just heard. Okay. Yeah, this will all take part when you make this transition. So this transition, ooh, is that cauliflower? It sure is. I'm hungry. Per usual. I'm laughing so hard too, because I literally got like, I have a burn mark on my arm, and it came from chicken pot pie. It was just so hot, guys, and I had like flicked the fork really fast to like open up the lid of it, and it flew on my arm, so it burned my arm really bad. So recently I was cooking for my children, and the same thing happened, not with chicken pot pie, but like I got burnt again in the same spot, and it created a heart shape. So instead of the shape just being a blob, now it's actually a heart, but it's like two different burn marks put together. But I think that ties into this other energy from this other reading that I have that I haven't put out yet. So I'm gonna upload that, because there is this very clear message about like what's next for the individuals who are open to receiving love as a part of their justice, or know that that's a part of their life purpose, is to be in this 10 of Cups, right? So I'll pull a few more from this deck, and then after that I'm gonna close out, and I'll upload that for the collective. Ooh. All right, let's see. What else do we have out here? Ooh, the Tower. So this letting go, walking away, is bringing the Tower to other people, but it's bringing truth to your aura is what I'm seeing here. This transition. So maybe there's some divination that maybe you were involved in previously that didn't serve you well or whatever. And you may be concerned about someone else. Maybe this Queen of Wands, your energy is focused on, because I get an energy of a king, whatever king was that just was out here, King of Pentacles. Is concerned about a Queen of Wands energy that they're focused on, or Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups energy that they're focused on. Not accepting their truth. They'll accept your truth. These towers don't matter in these types of situations. What matters is your capability to actually speak the truth and let go, is what I'm hearing here, because it's still saying the same thing. Truth, transition, divination, walk away from the situation. That's the tower energy. Otherwise, I guess it kind of leads to like you kind of still giving to this energy of competition and negativity that's going to kind of have its way with you. That it's going to win over your capability to be in this King of Wands, to be admired, and whatever. Yeah. So by doing this, you establish this Ten of Pentacles energy. So it really puts into this lifestyle. But you'll still be in this King of Wands energy as well. It'll just be on a higher level, is what I'm understanding. It'll be on a higher level because of the companionship of the partners that you'll be working with, or partner that you will be working with, is more so in a Page of Wands. So there's a lot of creative availability through this partnership or communication or person. This person is very honest and truthful and trustworthy, and I get very loyal. So that's another part of why this makes you able to really live the life that you want to. Have the vitality keeps popping out. It's the truth that helps to create the vitality, is what I'm hearing, because it's coming out right under it. And then it's also like this Queen of Pentacles. Because you are engaged in this, it really brings this Queen of Pentacles energy out. And because it's coming right here by this puzzle, but it's like this active spirit. So people are confused by this active spirit and how it's enabled someone to overcome their obstacles and really be in this Queen of Pentacles energy. What I get is this, this whole working on oneself type of energy. That essentially where other people are succumbing to bad health, and that was the expectation possibly for individuals out here on the table, is no longer a part of the possibilities. Yeah, these false people have been found out. That was the energy I get. They keep wanting, that's who's puzzled. That's who's confused. That's who's in this swindler, I hear a lot of arguing. Like I hear females saying, no, navigate. I hear something about like, no, trying to navigate a new way, and something. It's something to do with this wealthy man too. It's something about like trying to trap this wealthy man. Yes. And it's like this person, though, whomever they're trying to trap, is saying this person is listening to their intuitive feelings. Their body is receiving accurate messages from the divine about fertility, like what they're focused on, this new fertility and healing, and animals, or maybe even thoughts of their animalistic nature that they thought they would have to put away if they got into a union, but it's actually created more evolvement for that and it's pure happiness, is what I keep hearing. That's essentially what came out here. So people just, they wanted to imprison you, keep you stuck in there. But, you listen to your intuition, and this, focused on this fertility, this creativity. You focused on it, right? And this healing energy, right? And maybe even, I don't know if you've been working with animals or thinking about getting in animals. It was like thinking, the way you're thinking, the way you're going about things, the way you're doing it has really put to rest. Like it's really ended all of these irresponsible notions, is what I hear. Like this negative, this stinking, like this thinking. Yeah, stinking thinking. There we go. This stinking thinking. It's really put away the stinking thinking that was previously getting in the way of maybe some happiness between lovers. And that's what has been the impossibility, is what I hear, for these drama starters. They are, whatever it is that they keep attempting to I hear they think they're profound, but they're not. But whatever they think they keep trying to unveil and present or something like that is what I hear, is that it keeps getting like it keeps getting unveiled and prevented itself, like it because it's not true. You cannot ruin someone with a truth. I'm sorry, with a lie when yours can be ruined by the truth. You can't ruin someone with a lie when your life can be ruined with the truth. So if people really knew how these other individuals were living and what they were actually doing and how much they were lying on this other person, they wouldn't be able to make it. And that's essentially what's playing out right now. That's essentially what's playing out right now. They know that. If not, they need to go seek some spiritual advice to really understand and know where their truth comes from. A lot of people have to also know how to understand their own intuition and divinity, and not totally depend on spiritual teachings and advising of others. You know, maybe somebody's suffering from that, but that's a way to heal away addictions too, is by having other people, you know, play this like fairy energy in your life, when you have to actually just get in touch with that magical energy and experience for yourself. That is another way to heal away your addictions, to believing that the only space and place to receive any divine information and communication and guidance is by way of someone here on the physical realm. That is not, you cannot do that all the time. These people here haven't healed away their own addictions. They're false people in that pursuit. So they haven't healed away their own addictions as well. So that's another reason why they're incapable. And in a lot of instances, some people will never want to let go of you if you heal all of your addictions, because they see that in you and they know where you're headed. And they're like, oh no, I want to be the only person that gets to be able to have access to this, because if they get someone else that is equally upholding like they are, they will no longer want to be a part of what I'm trying to do here, which is keep all of this life force energy, this love, this admiration, like all of these things. It's literally this person's energy. The collectives. Anyway, your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. And this fairy energy is coming out. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. Healing away addictions. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desires. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. See, I told you. All right, take those two and we are out. All right, manifestation power. Use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose, infinite abundance. Man, if we haven't already communicated that, I feel like you're just really, you're in this polished season. This polishing of where it's like, once you're polished, you just go out there and you literally just shine. Like there's nothing else to do at that point. And oh, okay, so that's another download too that I was getting, is that you may feel, especially if you're a divine feminine and you are in union or you're preparing for union, you may feel as though you're incredibly sensitive. Not in the nature of like your emotions or anything like that. You're sensitive in the aspect of like you're sitting so much in your femininity and your sacred space of submission to divine masculine energy at this point, that your body is even sensitive. So you may notice, like if you get a rash, just keep an eye on, like if you change your soaps, you may find like, oh, I've changed to this different detergent and now my skin is itching. So don't like freak out from any skin aversions, or you may notice that like if you raise your voice, you may, lose your voice because you're so delicate right now. Like it's this outward expression of the inward and outward preparation for this union. And maybe if you're like approaching wedding day, it's like, it's all of that. So it's like really stepping into this full femininity, so that once you actually say the I do's, if you haven't already, that you're able to give and receive from divine masculine in the same way. You've also learned a lot about divine timing. And you know how to not rush that and how to be in the proper position to receive, is what I'm understanding. Yeah, you're no longer in this energy of working hard or being apathetic and fighting hard to try to receive love. You realize that was not you standing in your divine nature and really trying to force things, and now you've succumbed, and that's why you're in this, just really soft, beautiful energy. And that's all you're supposed to be doing at this point, because it's a preparation for your new life. of where you will be able to teach this to other feminines who, even if it's just by friendship, but to other feminines who have moved into their masculine or alpha energy, because you no longer sit in that. You sit in this beautiful, glorious, you know, dynamic, powerful, divine energy that is something that I believe everybody tries to encompass, but can't really put their thumb on it or can't really place themselves in it, because it's a lot of hard work. Like, this is not easy, it's not fun, it's not simple, but it's worth it. It's worth it. That's what I'm hearing here. It's worth it. Ooh, and that was right behind it. So I'm gonna just go ahead. Yeah, it's worth it. And I saw that when I was talking about your patience and learning and understanding divine timing. Yes. Ooh, okay. And then I'm gonna end it there because that was where we kind of started with this deck. That was the first thing that came out, was the King of Pentacles. It's also the King of Cups energy coming out here with the Six of Wands. I'm gonna end it here, and that's the truth. Okay, there's this love offer is also coming to fruition. You can rest assured of that. You can rest assured of that. Let there be no illusions while you sit in this Knight of Pentacles and you're holding back, going within. You've made your decision, as well as your Emperor, who they want to give to, who their truth lies with, who their partnership, all that stuff. I just literally saw that. This is just divine judgment. Kind of letting other people sit in agony is what I'm hearing, because it agonizes them. I don't feel like the collective is in this really unbothered energy. Like, again, it's just this full-on preparation. So it's the agony and the energy of like moving fast and haste, and you know, when is it going to happen? The only energy that is out here of that lies in that other energy, the people who are facing all of these things by their own detriment. So I would not be the people who got lost in the sauce, all these illusions and stuff, these false people. Yeah, those are the ones who, you know, the ones who are trying to bring the noise is what I keep hearing. So nonetheless, we never have to be worried about that. And I feel like right now we're in such a transition by way of divination, you know, the good divination we were speaking about, to really just be in this pure-hearted nature that's, oh, wow, this magician energy. Yeah, this is really beautiful. But I think you've been holding back all this transformation energy, and, you know, where you're placing judgment, where you're calling judgment, what you're giving to, what you're not, in a very profound way, that may even have other people burdened and confused. Yeah, confused. And they're kind of thinking like, did I do something wrong? They know what they did wrong. You're not mistaken when you decide against someone, something, or you know what I mean? You're not wrong when you do that. You are 100% absolutely positively correct in your thinking, your action, and your decision. Yeah, you're not confused. You're not confused. It is definitely that demonic energy trying to work against you. Don't forget, people can send energy too to people around you, even if, you know, these people seem to be in the upright, or these people are not negative people, or, you know, drama starters themselves. They can send that energy to others. So just be careful of that. Stay in your Nine of Cups energy, which I think is brilliant. That's kind of different for right now, especially since we're in this beautiful moment of springtime. I think that's really kind of keeping you in this immaculate high vibration. I also feel like there's this huge vibrational shift being recreated or something like that. There's definitely a portal. I'm going to start doing my research and find out like what we're experiencing, where we're headed, all that good stuff. What we should be focused on as far as manifestations and everything. But right now I feel like we're actually just in this phase of, like I said, polish is taking place. This divine timing knowledge is taking place, so that you can really help others as you are going to. So if you don't experience divine timing, you can't help others understand and know divine timing. If you don't, you know, go through, you know, XYZ, you can't help others know how it feels to go through XYZ, right? You can't build a business from the top up. You can't build anything from the top down. You can't. You have to build it from the ground up. I've been saying stuff backwards, so I feel like maybe there's a lot of people outside of the collective that's in this backwards energy, who've really gotten caught up, and the perhaps what's taking place is this retrograde is putting them in this, like, I get almost like a, what is it, a hurricane or a tornado, you know, the one that spins like that. I get that they're in some type of energy like that right now in this retrograde. Like, I feel like retrograde is really like swinging people around. But for the collective, you know, right now you're in this retrograde kind of like, you know, I hear like easy like Sunday morning. Even if you like slept all Sunday and Sunday was like the longest day for you as far as like energy wise, like I feel like you essentially are just kind of like, that's how it's built in. And again, it's a part of this divine timing that you have learned to embrace and understand. Okay, perfect. Yes. So I was just kind of looking a little bit more at like this wish fulfillment, satisfaction, sensual pleasure. What's coming from this Nine of Cups energy, because I was like, I want to dive into that a little bit more because it seemed like it was giving a lot more because the Magician card was right behind it. So I knew there was like, ooh, and the sun. Wow. Yeah, it's this move on to this new partnership that's like been illuminated. Ooh, wow. What can you say about a Two of Cups that has the star and the wand? Ooh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like you've been divinely guided and know how to handle everything. It's like all this hard work's literally paid off for someone, you know, or someone's. So, ooh, look, the Hierophant. I get maybe there's a group too or organization or something that may be in regret as well because they're realizing, okay, that was also a download that I'm supposed to acknowledge as well. I know for sure it's for this reading because it was a collective reading. So there's a Hierophant group or Hierophant group energy or something like that. That was, so previous group energy that I read on this was that these people had allowed this other individual, this swindler individual that's involved in this community, to use some of the addresses of theirs, but to use fake business names, or not fake business names, other, well, could be fictitious business names, as well as other business names, like people whose business identities they stolen. Because these people haven't just stolen like people's identities, it's also stolen like business identities and EINs and stuff like that. So a part of this that's being, you know, ooh, I hear presented in the court case. Yep. Against them, is these stuff to that. But see, the thing is they've used these other cult members or religious organization members' addresses to send miscellaneous stuff to these businesses just so that, you know, the information wasn't all coming to their house, but it was going somewhere where they could actually keep track of it or whatever. I don't know. But that's the message that I've been getting to very heavily download is like, oh, they've been sending the fake business, or it's real businesses, but it's not their business. You know what I mean? Like they've stolen identities of human beings, of people, and they've stolen business identities as well. So people's EINs and business credit information, all that they stole, and they're using that as well. So people's LLCs and, you know, whatever they've established, you know, INs, whatever they've established, they are using this, but they've been sending it to the other group and clergy members' addresses, and that's put them in the light of the investigations that they were hoping to avoid. And that's why this is causing such a huge problem. So allegedly, when they were raiding Diddy's house, they're saying that it was like actually to clean up the evidence of other higher powered individuals. And that's exactly what's taking place here in this instance as well. I don't believe that any of this is unrelated, just to be perfectly honest, because of how the energies work. But I do believe that it's like exactly the same thing. These clergy people, they're realizing like, oh, we've kind of muddied and, you know, murked up ourselves and our home addresses and, you know, businesses of people that were close around us that could have been our help at this point, but they can no longer be of help to us because we've ruined them. They've realized, you know, or they're like the collective, and the collective is not going to help them. That's going to be the hugest issue for them. It's kind of like, dang, there's nobody. Yep, there's nobody in the Ten of Cups like the collective is. So that's what's going to be the biggest problem. I just saw major arcana here. Yeah, that's going to be their biggest regret is the collective. Yeah, this Queen of Cups energy. Yeah. So You keep hearing it's like they just couldn't help but start drama with this person. They just couldn't help themselves but want to be on board with this drama starting. And what, from my understanding, like they're individuals who didn't know the collective but were just on board to do dirt. You know, the only way that these individuals would the only way that these could ever be, I can't even say relieved of their karma, because you have to walk through your karma, but the only way to make things better or possibly relieve their own spirit of the energetic connection to the magic that they've done possibly comes through that apology to the other person. So they have to make that apology to the other person that's now sitting in this like defensive mode. I mean, if you've been in this energy, if someone's been in this negative energy towards the collective, you would have to apologize, whether this person knows, whether you think they know, whether they have no idea, like whatever it is, they would have to apologize to you to actually feel a certain thing. Like that's just a part of it. So you know how some people are like, oh, they're going to go to their grave with that. These people, they may very well go to their grave with it, but they live with that burden. They live with this feeling in their life for the rest of their life while you walk free and clear. You know, while you walk free and clear, they end up living a life full of this energy because they could never really acknowledge how they were in that energy towards you. So they end up sitting in that for the rest of their lives. Look, and the Seven of Swords is coming out here too. Yeah. That's just what they're, you know, that's just how this stuff works though. Like you can't go around. That's just the true balance of universal law. You know, you can't go around using and abusing other people and assuming that it's not going to be exposed, that you're not going to have to take accountability for yourself and be self-aware. Yep. Now this King of Swords energy is out here where it's like, yes, in this truthful, masculine, you know, serious energy, not even masculine, I'm just getting like in this truthful energy, and then there's this little butterfly on there. So I feel like this whole transformation part of life has really been what's enabled you to speak your truth about things, that's helped you to overcome all of this. It's kind of like, because essentially their goal was to never allow you the opportunity to speak, think, or anything about anything that was happening with you, right? It was a part of that whole like isolation, you know, let's, you know, backstab and, you know, convict this person for us backstabbing them, like make them feel bad for the things that we're doing against them. So yeah, they regret it though. They most certainly regret it. Every single thing. But that's what's enabled you to move forward and get out of this Five of Pentacles, Ten of Wands energy, is to be able to move forward with acknowledging like, okay, this is what's happened and this is how I move forward. Whatever I'm losing, it's necessary, no matter what or how painful it may be or difficult. And it essentially, it leads to this, but no matter how painful or difficult it may be, and Spirit's giving me the energy of like the capability to not put yourself in some self-imposed prison by thinking about it too long and analyzing things too long, by taking life by the balls is what I hear, but like really taking action, and not just kind of saying, oh, well, I'm heartbroken. Oh, well, I'm distraught about whatever it is that you're facing. Constantly jumping back into this Nine of Pentacles energy is what's absolved of any outside influences at this point. Yeah, that's what's, look, the Change card is right here on the bottom of the deck. All right, I know I said I was going to get out of here, and that's what I'm going to do at this point. I hope this has been helpful or enlightening to somebody. I'm going to go finish up these astro readings, and I will catch you on the next one. Later.